Beep boop, boop beep, and stuff. Right, so there we go.
Good.
Yes, we are alive and kicking. Hello, McD43. How are you doing? Welcome to the match.
Okay, just make sure we got all those 3 nodes up.
Yeah, Xander just calling it to get the initial 3 nodes up. So this is sort of the boring bit. I tell you what I do want to do though. I just want to quickly just see here. You know, the LEGX starting phase. See, Crafty is up with the supply, correction, the transport truck. What point have we got? We did get the chapel.
And
so yes.
actually, the middle 3 points are all in the center, so that's an interesting battle that's going to happen there.
I think with the it'll be a 3-2 maybe, or a 4-1 because. Depending on which way it goes though, it'll be either one because like Tear Green's a difficult point to take, especially going from Hill 5. And then San Marie approach is also difficult to take from Legrand, you know, if you're attacking from Legrand Creek.
Yeah, so I think most of the battle will take place in those middle 3 points, at least I would assume so. But it's interesting that they're all center because that is actually where like sort of the most urban area is, because we are speaking of Utah Beach, so it's a wide open map, lots of angles, lots of sightlines, a lot of open fields. Yeah. But especially that middle point, it is the most urban you can get on this map. So it's going to be interesting to see how both teams are going to be both defending those points if they take them, but also attack them and see what angles they're going to be picking.
Well, that's the thing, because it's going to be big for the guys in map control, predominantly Crafty and Jord. They're two of the map control squad leaders, so they have a lot of work, as you know, covering those angles is probably the hardest part of this match. I'm just trying to see. Here we go.
We're 10 seconds out before the red curtain is going to drop, and I think another interesting thing to point out tonight is that there is one specific extra rule for this match, and it has to do with artillery. Both teams are actually allowed one man that is sort of like an immortal, who is going to be taking place behind artillery. I'm not sure what the exact mechanics of it are, but the artilleryman is not allowed to be killed.
Yes.
But I also believe that they're only allowed one man on the artillery. Is that correct, Easy?
That's correct, yeah. So it's just a gentleman's agreement that you know, the person on the artillery cannot be killed. Which takes out obviously the requirement for recon, basically to sit and camp the you know, sort of I'm just noticing here, they're only just getting a set of nodes up there. I suppose it's irrelevant though, because see people on top of trucks. Oh, Mr. Savage Doc, let's follow the doc, see what the doc is doing. Now, is he going to crash his truck? Perhaps, maybe, no?
The early garrison's been placed already.
Yeah.
Which is
so a good start from
strategy.
Oh!
No!
We got our crash. Oh. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. That was your fault, Per. Yes, I believe. We didn't say anything goes wrong. So let's see. Let's follow the Savage. As he, yeah, just standard practice. He's getting his little defense garrison set up. So let's just run forth.
Yeah, because the middle of the point is already being fought over, as we can see. LEGX currently, you know, taking shelter up in the south, but also having a strong presence up in the north. And there's just, it seems just be one squad of Pishiks, if I pronounce that correctly, sort of going into the point. The rest seems to be backing off a bit. LEGX seems to be pushing us quite easily right now. If they can just surround that squad and take it out, I think they've got control of the point.
That's the thing is, I think they're at a bit of a disadvantage though, because we do see craft. And once again, I did say we said about map control, and this particular section here around these buildings is you know, it's like a key point to hold in the map, because you can really launch an attack on the chapel from there. But as you can see here, we've got Crafty, so a good line of sight towards where they're spawning at the moment. You see he's just dead.
Yep.
Nothing. Nope. So we'll just switch over here. So there's Nightdale. Dead. Oh wow.
So dead.
Yes, very good.
Let's see, what else have we got?
Terry Lee with the MG. Oh my. Okay.
Alright, so that one squad of the Black Knights is actually holding firm there, and they can't seem to really be pushing. Capweight is currently going towards the blue side, towards Legion X. as they are controlling that middle section, that urban section of the chapel and the chapel itself.
Yeah,
I
guys,
think
we'll
it's
get
just a
enemy on the
matter of
north
time
side
before Pishik's squad
tank.
gets
Also have
taken
enemies
down.
south.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of pressure
Change the
going on, but I
artillery
see
to
the first
fire
tank
now.
markers already coming in as well, so there must be some tank coming up the main road there.
Yes, I do want. There is something here that is a bit concerning. We do see the tank just beyond there, just over towards Bullseye, but
And have a
they haven't.
enemy light vehicle south.
They do have
right
a
side of you.
OP, one OP down,
That's
two OPs down by Jude Overlord with a big play from Jude. He does die, but it's a very worthy death.
Check the maps, guys, check the maps.
Yep,
This
and I
squad
don't
is
see.
So Leeds next hold the point.
Leaders around.
I do apologize, Mr. Perry. Just let me just turn you up just a little bit, just so the game
Yes.
isn't overpowering you there.
All right.
You sound gorgeous all the same, but we're just going to turn you up a little, just for that extra added bit of gorgeousness. Yes, but like that's the thing is the OPs weren't marked up though, and I think that's key. You know, is have that stuff sort of marked up, because it's fine, sort of discussing that within your squads, but then like, you know, Edric and Viking in the strong point, they wouldn't have known that there was, you know, those two OPs to the north of them, or vice versa. You know, if they had seen them, they could have marked them up. So just a little thing to work on. But we are going to have an epic tank battle.
Driving in, as I was about to say, it
Oh,
seems like
no.
Legion X is
Alexander
losing
gets
some
back.
pressure. Oh, and that is a tank destroyed.
Enemy supply drops
A lot of
south,
infantry of Legion X actually sort of disappearing from that point as
Medium,
well. I think they
Mark.
lost control of that chapel sector. They're still fighting over it a little bit. Reinforcements is coming in, but
Medium went
you know,
away.
the bulk of the infantry of the Black Knights is also running into the point now. The fight is on. Cap is actually going towards the Black Knights right now.
But Viking
One off to the south.
puts an end to that. However,
Tiger.
But that tank,
Garrison is confirmed.
oh,
it is in the middle of Legion X
Tank is
infantry
stuck.
right now. It's stuck on a truck actually. If they can just flank around it, get maybe another hit in its back.
Little sensor.
yeah, that'll really open up the game for them. Oh, we got a ricochet.
South Getty up.
There's another tank.
Oh, Edric got run over.
Edric got run over. Is that an enemy tank? That's a Black Knight's tank, right? That's
That
running
is,
back
yep.
right now.
Oh,
Yep.
speaking of, it's McFucking. Let's go to
It is
McFucking Cam. There we go. Let's just observe the McFucking.
Lemon Jesus, Garrison, be down on your mark.
Alien Pervert running down there on the right of your screen with anti-tank weapons, but he's got two American tanks to face down and a lot of infantry to go with that.
Yeah, I tell you, it's very good from the, BKG guys. I'm still obviously trying to get used to the obviously using the name as well.
Right, guys, mind and get back
Um,
for after, please.
The amount of times I've called them merciless in the past, but yes. So the BKG guys, they've really mounted a strong push into the point,
Medium.
and they are getting the cap weight. Once again, like I said, they are. If you look here at Sergeant Satchel, bring up the map, as you see there, just that sort of, you know, they're just inside the strong point, providing just enough cap weight. But we have a sort of a very
Pushing
good
back
battle
the
here at the
defense.
moment. And another tank destroyed.
Yeah, but-
Is that Legion X tank again?
Let's get,
Let's wait for
'Cause
the
there was
smoke
that
to...
recon
Oh no,
tank
it was the
right
recon tank
around.
of McFucking,
Yes,
yeah.
it was a recon tank.
Enemy
They were
supply
clearly
drop
on the
north of
suicide
chapel.
run.
Marker on Charlie marker.
I mean,
So
Legion
now
X
enemies
currently
dropping
is
flares
holding. I
on
think they
Great.
place their OPs, infantry-wise, they place their OPs quite tactically, so they keep spawning in and bringing in reinforcements. And now that they've taken out one of the tanks, they might have a little bit of release of pressure, if you will. But I mean, that early tank destruction on the Legion X side was crucial. You can see the artillery is coming in from both sides as well, pounding that point.
There is a bit of contesting here already. Yeah, recon at the point, so it's only one. But I just want to draw attention to this northern section here.
How's defense looking?
Mm-hmm.
Crafty
Yeah,
Polish
safe.
man is
Defense
Okay.
good for now.
OP's back up? Question mark?
Yeah, the point has
Yeah.
flipped in favor of the Black Knights right now, which means all the OPs are lost if the squad leaders of Legion X did not choose to pick them up.
Yeah, and that's the thing is they need to try and get those.
Slowly disappear from the map.
Or recon over chapel.
Yeah, they're just unmasked on numbers right into the middle of the strong point here.
Infantry north of chapel.
However, though, I really want to know where. So we have
Carry on, Charlie.
Infantry west of like rank
it's
3.
Sasquatch, I think.
It's a Sasquatch.
Is
So familiar
proceeding
with
north, or sorry, south.
Garrison and
Did he have an OP up here, close by? Question? No.
Not sure. The fact that
No,
there's
not that I
already
could see, but the
lead-
defense squad has returned back.
Yeah, you can do see the Legion X response has been quite firm. I think they've just sort of given up on the point halfway through and just really start to reconnect with the point
Enemy
before that,
attacking
and
Gary
they
down.
are sort of creating a defensive line around that point. As you can see, there's just a lot of sidelines. You have that little barn, a little house, a little bridge, but that's pretty much it. The rest of it is just open field and sidelines.
Yeah.
So you can, I believe, spread out as a defender quite well and just sort of keep all the angles in your sidelines. What do you think, Easy?
Yeah, well, that is, you're 100% correct that they do need to, they sort of need to try and control sort of the positions where they think they're, like, sort of the predominant positions is going to be along this little riverbed, or sorry, this little stream. And like I say, Peekaboo there just holding off on that little corner at the hedge, allowing Sasquatch to run across the open, you know, giving himself the angle
Enemy
where
tank
he
on
can
my
still
mark.
stay hidden and
So
take
what's the
out.
medium tank?
Here we go. There we go. Sorry, I do apologize. We're just going to dive away here because the outpost or
He must
garrison's
be
up this way.
somewhere over there, yeah. I think he's on his own for now. I don't think he's been able to summon his squad in yet.
Yeah, it's. But then again, like I say, he's pushing
Pile
along that line that
garrison
we
mark.
talked
That
about.
garrison is down.
Hey guys, just keep your eyes
Yep,
open.
no,
for
you're right.
enemies.
That little waterway, that little thing. But again, you have to go into the point at some point, so you will get into the sidelines of Legion X sooner or later. The question is, will Legion X be able to spot the incoming threats?
And that's the thing, is we've got Twilight running away from the direction of
Maybe if you
Sasquatch.
can place maybe a garrison up
Peekaboo's in
on
the right
side
spot
of
now to sort of see him, but Sasquatch seems to be going just same line again as before.
They are
Didn't see
meeting each other.
Peekaboo,
They didn't see each other, did they?
heading straight across.
Is
Oh, but he
Sasquatch going to be
changes
brave
it
enough
up.
to put his OP now?
All squad leads, remember to
watching
use
for
your
now.
call in artillery markers if you want artillery
Oh,
support.
he's jumping over. Does Peekaboo see him, or does he see him first? What's happening? Peekaboo, turn around. Peekaboo, turn around. Peekaboo, oh, that's going to be a shovel. Oh, they don't see each other. He's throwing nades right
No!
now. Who is hitting into
Peekaboo,
trees?
what?
He must have been seeing him. And now they see each other.
Oh,
Sasquatch is
God
getting
almighty.
fun.
Yeah. Wow, that was something. Let's go back to the middle of chapel here to see what's going on.
Yeah, we need.
I just want to quickly look down here. Who's this? What we have here? This is Robobug.
Garrison.
Have you met Robobug?
I have, and I'm very sad to see he has betrayed his legion.
Yes, he has betrayed us again. However, though, I do want to draw attention to that he really should be on fire tonight because he had sex last night, apparently.
Oh, he did?
Yes.
What kind of sex was that?
You know the computer or the entertainment exchange place where you buy like second-hand electronics from? I believe at least that's the only sex I know of.
I mean, I've never met a woman in my life, so
Yeah.
that's probably it, right?
Would you want to? Why would you want to upset yourself?
They're kind of scary, so I'll just stick to Hell Let Loose, to be honest.
Yes, well that's it. At least you know you're always going to be
Lost the
disappointed with
garrison
Hell
at
Let Loose.
Creek.
So here we have the little sex bug,
attacking. We do have
just stepping about.
Getting the supplies there.
Trying to get a
With his-
sneak peek into his own team.
Yes, is he going to be transferring information?
Enemy Sherman, Fox marker.
But yes, a good start from the BKG guys. They managed to overwhelm Legion X and take the middle point. There's not really. We do have a sort of a bit too much of a spread here, I think, to be really effective in any way, shape, or form. Ben coming up against Crowned Royal, but yeah. Okay, so that they did fall out with each other eventually. Hello, Flower. Welcome. 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's interesting to see, right? I mean, you can see the Knights now sort of stalking up on that chapel, which I think is the right call, because that is sort of the stronghold within that point. And I'm just curious to see how Legion X is going to respond to this, because I did see a tank earlier drive into their defensive position, which means that you would assume that they're actually going to be focusing on defense. The offensive squads seem a bit spread out right now, just sort of tipping their toes into what areas they can take control of right now. Terry Lee here just, spotting a building, see if he can get some angles here and there.
Yeah, but he's running to the wall. But yeah, he's just not able to get. But even at that, if he was just to get that thing firing, I'll tell you what I would like to see though is maybe him coming up and jumping inside this hopper. He would get a really good angle, sort of here, and just continuously firing. You know, just straight down here. You know, like the amount of suppression that you can be getting in that area as you move up and down. Crafty's just gone down. So they are trying to take over control of this house in the north.
see a lot of enemy
Watch out.
Artillery?
You're absolutely right. I mean,
Yeah.
again, it's open fields and very little urban environment, so the sightlines are humongous if you can find the right angles. And,
Nice job.
yeah, MGs, tanks, all of that can be
Guys, thanks.
absolutely crucial into getting a victory. Meanwhile, we do see Crafty placing a cheeky little OP in the back of it. So we slowly start to see a little bit of an offense or an organized offense come out of Legion X, although they are taking fire again. They also have to suffer the great sidelines. Even if you're behind them, you will have to walk into their sidelines eventually.
Oh.
No. Yep,
Crafty
now
almost
Arnie
gets
goes
killed
there.
by Arnie. Thing is, Crafty's in the open. He's left, you know, a large area where he's able to be seen running.
I think he
Crafty's
might
game's just
actually
crashed.
GC.
Yeah. George just called out Crafty's games just crashed. But yes, as we as we see Crafty just running into a hedge, right? So, oh, that is the bug going to take down the OP.
I mean, Arnie did see McCrafty run from that direction, so he must know something is up.
Yeah, that's it. Should be, you know, alarm bells should be going here. He should know that. There we are. Like I see Scrudge here again, straight out into the open. That's
Yeah.
move back in towards. Just even if you run sort of close by, you know, here to the hedges. He's getting set up by the cow.
There should be garrison up ahead of you too.
Position-wise, it's a good OP, right? Like they're trying to get a little bit behind the chapel so they can put him in a crossfire, but I think this exact position, they don't really have a good entryway into the point without walking into everybody's sideline. So
Yeah,
it's a good attempt, but I don't think it will be leading to an organized offense there.
No, that's it. As you see here, we've got these guys in the back. See Savage Doc riding the half track with the MG. Oh. And that
McFuckin's like, alright, I'm out.
Yep, I'm away. I'm gone. But yeah, you see here that they have Jord with a kill. So Terry Lee and Overlord are with Jord at the moment. So realistically, Jord being the other squad lead for map control, I would like to think that Nightdale and Scrudge are going to both join his squad, even temporarily until Crafty gets back in.
Supplies dog marker.
Let's just take a little look here at the defense, because there's a lot of talking going on. The Grand Creek. We have 1200. Oh, we are getting cap weight though. Very good.
Yeah, I was about to say, you can see the middle point. I mean, even though the Black Knights are firmly holding on to that center, you can see Legion X actually spreading out and taking both of the flanks, which means if they push in as a unit, they can actually put them in a crossfire, and then the chapel becomes very hard to defend.
Well, this is the thing, yeah, because like we played the Paradox, I believe it was 2 weeks ago, on the same point, same again with Chapel, and that's what we were doing. So we had north and south, and we were just sort of squeezing them that little bit. And then eventually we started taking the point. I mean, we were right through to maybe 3/4 cap, and then they just rushed the point.
You can take
They turned everybody back towards the chapel and just held the point. And then they started their attack again. Started pushing out bombing runs,
medium
airheads and so on in behind. At the time it was up over Sunken Bridge. Twilight's about to come up over against Trump.
Little sneaky battle going on there.
Oh.
Twilight taking a shot to the leg, I think. Daddy Trump just, I think, is he hiding under that bridge? Is he just chilling there?
He's just relaxing.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Just
Bit of an unusual spot for a sniper to be sitting. Like, you don't really have the sight lines sitting in there. Yeah, you're very limited as to what you can see.
Yeah.
And Twilight just I'm surprised Twilight didn't hear the shot though.
Had to defend the northern part of Legrand.
Maybe it was him firing. I didn't really
medium
see.
tank coming down on jig marker.
But it is interesting to see, right? I mean,
I need one.
as firm as they're holding on to the chapel,
defensive
they're
garrison.
actually not
Cannot
really
take
putting up
garrison
any
from
offense
straight down,
towards the next point here. We've got Daddy Trump here sitting around, just sort of chilling under a bridge, maybe giving some calls. But aside from that, we don't really see any other presence of the Black Knights. It seems like they're throwing all their eggs in one basket on really defending that chapel. What do you think?
Well, they seem to be focusing more on the defense side of things. You know, if they hold it, like a 3-2's a win, no matter what way you look at it. And I think just the Legion X are really putting the pressure on them. I am listening in here, I'm hearing Pyle talking a little bit. He's in defense. And I'm just trying to work out where on the map that Private Pyle is at the moment. Oh, can't see him. There's Bullseye.
How's, artillery?
Let's just take a little look through the list here. Sorry, bear with me. Private Pile, Charlie Squad. So where's Charlie? And there's Dog Squad, Echo Squad.
Huh.
Yeah, guys, I get shot in F6, Garrett.
The where's private?
Guys moving in from
Yeah,
Where's private? in this
I'm not just being
region?
like I'm not just being stupid here, but we can't see Charlie Squad on here.
Is he
can
in a tank? No, he's not in a tank. Is he in a recon tank or
No,
something?
he's-
No.
yeah, it's not in the recon.
Fox 8 carry, please. If it's not of any use.
I think it's got to be like 2 minutes, mate, but I'll do it.
Very interesting.
we? Yeah, so well, the good thing is they're communicating. They're communicating quite well. There's very little in the way of
Artillery on,
pings.
pink
I see a couple of tank ones there.
sector F.
I think a lot of them just sort of scattered unnecessarily. I see Sasquatch coming
Yeah,
up
I've
again.
got artillery coming down there at the moment.
Yeah.
Crafty.
Sasquatch being a very big threat so far. I mean, he has been putting his OPs risky, but he has been trying to push and poke holes into the defense. And so far, you know, he has aided now into
requesting a couple
taking
artillery
control of
rounds on
that
the gap
little
when available.
urban area that is next to the chapel, that is, I think, south of the chapel. And again, they are slowly taking control, Black Knights, that is.
Enemies
Yeah, that's
dropping
the
supplies
Black
on-
Knights.
Yeah.
They've gained
South
control of
of
that
you.
northern section. They're just trying to push this little south section. Wolfman
Dog, get him, Mark.
trying to get into the house, stuck on the kitchen sink.
Well, that's Gabagool.
Yeah.
Also familiar.
Oh yes,
as
Gabagool.
well. Yeah, yeah.
Are you good?
I haven't heard from Gabagool in quite a considerable length of time.
Copy.
Yeah. We'll
Can we
not
get
say anymore.
the
Go
tiger?
on, Crafty son, fuck him up. Yes.
Yes.
Fucked him up.
Double kill, but
Yes.
it's still there. Maybe Young has heard these shots. I think it seems like Black Knights right now are just currently very content in just taking the small urban areas, both in and around the point, and just sort of hunkering down. Because again, I see very, very little to no offensive pressure coming to them towards the next point.
That's it. They are just quite literally holding on to. I just see Crafty's just taking down somebody in the house. There's bound to be OPs close by here. I'm just going to observe here for just a little moment. See, Jude Overlord's about to come against. Yep. Dank Nugs takes him out. Oh, so here's the OP. George surely going to see something.
Can someone ask Peekaboo to clear the Gary?
I'm working on with him.
Copy, thank you.
Peekaboo's dead. What's Garrison?
I see him.
I think
He's
they, in the
just
north they
southeast
marked
of the
one
point.
at some point.
of the
Somewhere
Gary.
over there.
Yeah,
but
there's
maybe
Pika's down here.
North of the
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
the
locked out.
garrison.
Obviously,
That's
it's
on
within the
there,
100
right?
meters. I think the garrison's just placed too far into the zone.
hmm.
However, I do see Ermaluk along with Edric in the offense squad.
Right, guys, I'll put up on.
Edric's quite a good, a really good sort of probing and aggressive player. Dead. But yeah, like you see, they are quite content to just be holding us, but they've lost. There's been a hole punched here in them.
Yeah.
Terry Lee with that MG firing again.
Yeah, but he is being surrounded though. Pishik
Yeah,
squad
Pixik there, this is
at
just
it again.
It's not going to end well for Terry Lee, I think, at the moment.
No, it is not. He does take Dagnux with him though, but
That's the thing, that should be called out. Like there should be an infantry mark here now saying, somebody in this area. And the thing is, there's four. There's the best part of the whole squad here. So,
Yeah.
but Sergeant Malarkey goes down to Jude Overlord. Crafty's dead to Piskix. That guy.
Pishiks.
Yeah.
Pishiks.
We've got Casey and Widow in the north. Terry Lee's alive again. OP inside the building. What? What's happened here?
I do not know.
Terry. Maybe he's just maybe the OP's gone down. He's just spawned in. He's just waiting to see if anyone's going to come to him.
Arnie making his way up those little,
Guys, like,
what is it, hay containers, I guess?
I've killed
Yeah,
one
grain
enemy,
silos?
I'm not sure, mate.
Grain silos,
Hold
there
it.
we go. Getting some sick-ass angles over there, that entire field. Yeah,
so this is
again,
a
like I
very
said,
strong
it
point of
seems,
the
it seems the Knights are just very content in just taking the small urban areas on the middle line and just
I'm heading up there.
staying there, making sure they are cleared, holding that line. And I think, yeah, like, Legion X now
Use
really
the
has to
precision
start
strike.
thinking of a plan, either adapting the plan they had or start
What's up, bud?
executing the plan they
Use the
have
precision strike
to
tanks
really,
safer.
really see, okay, are we going to go flanking? Are we going to go
Yeah, blue guy.
in the middle of
got
it? Because
hit.
right now, Legion X, even though they are holding their current positions, they are very, very scattered. And I think if they want to make a dent into this defense formation of the Black Knights, I think they do have to bunch up a little bit more
Yeah.
and start organizing a coordinated effort.
Yeah, well, that's yeah. They do need to try and sort of do. The only thing is they need to thin out this stuff in the middle here, whether it be through a recon team in the back, just sort of picking people off, picking pointing out where garrisons might potentially be.
We got garrison
Um,
marker.
So the pile we see him now obviously here in this back section with Twilight.
Not yet, let me see.
He's just sort of scanning the area. He's pushing out. He's probing around. LeGrand Creek is.
Ooh.
We are starting to lose.
Yep. Oh, it's
So there's
Sasquatch
bound to be
again,
an
isn't
OP
it?
in here
Yep.
now. Yeah, Sergeant
Yeah, he must
Sasquatch
have
has
got
managed to
an OP
finally get in.
Okay, losing the ground.
Bullseye falling
Yeah.
back.
Pull him back.
Get back,
I'm
guys.
curious to where that OP is, but I saw him rope running earlier. He is trying to probe again, and apparently he did find the hole in the defense. He did get his OP down because now the rest of his squad is coming in, and they're actually putting on a lot of cap weight. And now maybe the defensive squad either needs some reinforcements or really needs to start looking around themselves and take this OP and this squad out fast because they are losing it.
Bullseye takes a man down.
We are
Takes another one down. Is he
Okay,
going to get
that's
the
a
beaver?
good response.
I hear that Bullseye is a fan of the beaver. Yes, takes the beaver.
Yes. Good job, Bullseye. takes
Brilliant
out
job by
3 men
Bullseye,
of
but
that
now he
squad.
needs to find this OP.
Do we know where it is?
Ah, there we are. Right here, center screen.
There we go.
So yeah, just one person even just start pushing
It
across.
was
Yes, somebody needs to start scouring the area right there. Needs to start scouting around the point because they know they're coming in. They know it's 3 men, so they know it's a squad and not just a single guy trying to get in.
Yeah.
They have to start reacting to this. They cannot hunker on the point right now, otherwise it
Bullseye
will
has
just
gone
keep
down.
spawning in.
Twilight and Alien.
To the
The
canal.
only thing is that they had the opportunity with the squad lead being down,
Copy.
but it's a 3v2, so there is obviously the opportunity still. Twilight.
Can I have you
Twilight's
actually
coming.
Oh, Twilight was a.
be around
Oh
the south?
shit! Sorry, my apologies. Twilight was aware.
Copy.
Yes, I think
Okay,
they kind of know where they're coming from now, which is
Lost
good.
control of the garrison in F3.
Yeah, they should be able to start just sort of
It's been overwhelmed.
closing this down. So I think the defense squad here are doing okay.
Gary, Mark,
Yes,
close to
you
you.
see Do It Overlord and Bullseye coming in to help as well.
We do have a tank coming in though.
They have control now of the north of Chapel as well. Good reset.
Just swanning about.
Ooh, but
So
that
the-
might
Nagao, head north, see
actually
if we can
go
hold them up.
outside of the vision of the defensive squad now because they're
Could
so
we
focused
get the
on
re-
Beaver and Sasquatch
could we
that
get the
maybe
recon?
they're not spotting this tank until it's too late. You do see Pyle and Twilight actually retreating. I think they are part of the defensive squad as well, even though they're
Should be
just
okay.
a 2-man squad. But they have sensed the danger
Enemy
and they're actually
tank
coming in to help
south
their buddies
of the
now.
point.
McFucking in the jeep,
Standing.
running about.
McFucking not giving a fuck, I guess.
Yeah. Scrudge is firing.
Enemy tank. Enemy
Indiscriminately
76
at him?
pushing to the point. Has 2 hits
Oh.
on his ass. He's marked.
But yeah, so the defensive squad
Heavy in
has
the
held
center,
quite
Legrand.
well. Crafty's pulled back a little bit. I don't know whether he's maybe pulled back or whether he's lost his OP and he started moving again, just off the garrison back this way. I'm trying to get as good of an overview here as I can. Yeah, so Legion X have sort of held the strong point of LeGrand Creek, but they are going to get a strong push coming up this road. Enemy tank coming up the main road heading east. Correction, west. Just in front of Robobug. Lemon Jesus is in the north
Supplies,
Yeah.
by those cluster, you know, that little urban area that we talked about quite a bit here. I
I think the tank on the road might actually be friendly. I think
Heavy
that's
destroyed
one
on
of
Legrand.
Legion X's tanks.
Oh, yes, it is.
Yeah, they called it back because they triple spotted that tank. Not sure if it's down already, but good defensive mark there. The only
So there's
problem with this is that they are going to give up most of the offensive pressure they held on the chapel, so
but
this might actually create an opportunity for the Black Knights
We're about to
actually
move up defense now,
you know,
Pyle.
whenever you're saying
so
that, just as you say that, we did start to get some cap weight. Bear with me
you
just
are
a
right.
little moment here. I'm just going to quickly reduce the audio of the command chat.
believe it's destroyed.
Just a little bit, just so that it's not.
Yeah.
So it's nice to hear what they say in command chat, but there goes the tank back again. There was a bit of cap pressure though.
There was, yeah. There is still even. Yeah.
There is still cap pressure. Dr. Hobo in there, being cheeky and sneaky.
Being cheeky. There's also a push coming in from the north, I would say. No, the south.
Yes, from the south, Sulky Dog and Co, Thoris Magnus.
Yeah, tank still hammering down.
Yeah, Alexander's crew is, I think they're fully aware that there is infantry across that way, firing upon Sasquatch. Turning the turret, and 3, 2, 1. 1. Bang. Yes. Yes, if we can get a couple of rounds in this church here.
Yeah, exactly, into the door of the chapel.
I think he has the angle on it too. Oh!
Should.
That was that, yep. Oh dear. Josh, get them a goose honk. Oh dear, that was really good. So now the thing is, where's the the outpost? Yes.
Oh, it's right.
Oh, there's Handsome Bug.
There's Bug.
Oh, Legion X on Legion X violence.
Is that considered cannibalism?
I would say it was the bare minimum. Maybe light. Like cannibalism light, diet cannibalism. Oh, granada. Oh, outpost is down. Guards and satchel stayed alive.
Bottom of the screen, squad leader Edrich, so maybe he did post an OP again behind their lines. He just died right in front of the church, but maybe he did put a sneaky OP on their back line.
Let's just take a... Oh, wrong point. Sorry, my apologies again. Fox squad?
There is a bit of an OP down there. And you can see, especially now in the south, Legion X is pulling all their weight again. You got Thoris Magnus' squad there, you got Bullseye's squad, who's, I think, defensive squad, is now trying to push up as well. Just Alien Pervert and sort of Terry Lee sort of holding that defensive point. I think Legion X starts to realize they have to put more pressure on that point because Black Knight is not moving out of that chapel, so if they want to get something done, they will have to give in the manpower and they will have to charge at it.
Most certainly, that's the thing is I've just seen Ben put the rocket into here, but they've already, the Black Knight Gaming had already lost the OP there and the squad lead, which was Sergeant Satchel. Just trying to see if I can see where Satchel's gone now.
Viking just went into a little shed where we just saw an OP, so that means at least the OP on the point is gone, and they are actually pushing in heavily now.
Yeah. Oh, artillery just...
Bottom of your screen, there's still a fight going on. Urmalok here versus Gabagool and Wolfman. If he can take both out, they actually took control. Oh, but big spawn wave comes in. I think that's a garrison spawn right there.
Yeah, that has to be a garrison. And Irma's going to enter a whole world of pain here.
It's absolutely.
Oh, he trades.
One with him, but they have to spot that garrison because that's the garrison. There's all spawning from there defending that point. All of a sudden, the Black Knights have a presence on that chapel again, but the cap weight is still going Legion X's way.
Yeah.
It's right there, yeah. I haven't seen any marks come out from Legion X yet that they know it's there, but they must realize that a lot
That's
of
the thing,
is currently showing up.
Ben's in a if there was a mark on that, Edric could be calling it out. Ben, we've got a garrison like right here. Like that's well within Ben's sightline, right?
It should be, yeah, or at least one of the squad members. Oh, rockets are being fired that way by Ben.
Yeah, into the house.
Perfect sidelines on it. Did it get destroyed? Did they get it? Another rocket coming in.
Oh, there we go. That is the garrison down. That is big. Big play from Ben.
Huge for Legion X. Now, all they have to do is mop up the rest of the Black Knights and they should be able to push in. Although I do see Sergeant Satchel and Sheepdog, both squad leaders, still hanging on to that point. So if they can get their OPs down, that means, even Pishik is there. He was there, he just died. But if those two squad leaders can get their OPs up, they might not be out of the woods just yet. But slowly you can see the Black Knights fall one by one. Peekaboo currently taking the chapel. Capweight still going in favor of Legion X. It's just a few ticks away and Legion X has actually taken the chapel. But fucking trying to prevent that from happening. See if he can take out Peekaboo.
Yeah, Peekaboo's causing all sorts of trouble here though, so... Fucking goes in. Peekaboo, fuck! Peekaboo! McFucking!
They're both spilling in a corner. Peekaboo leaving the church again. I think
Peekaboo.
has no reason.
Peekaboo. Peek left. Peek left. Peek to your left. Peekaboo. No, that's...
Wow.
Yeah, like, let's just a cup of tea, say a couple of prayers.
A little bit of
a little bit of a twist, a bit uncomfortable. Just adjusting his underpants there. Oh,
Meanwhile,
peekaboo.
as these two dudes are chilling here, the point has
Oh.
actually switched. Oh.
But
The
Oh.
point has flipped. It is now in favor of Legion X, so it's going to be interesting to see, because the Black Knights have shown so far that they're very capable of just making an organized offense on that chapel and take it back, as is what they're doing right now. You can see McFucking 1200, Bishix, Boston, squad leader Boston coming in as well. Not sure if he got his OP down, but they're already taking the cap weight back into their
Yeah, they
favor.
have started taking it again. Savage Doc in the jeep there. I'm just hearing there's an awful lot of chatter going on the command chat here, and Thoris has called it out. You know, clear the comms. Keep everything nice and stuff. I think everyone's just getting a little bit flustered there because they have started to really quickly lose this cap weight. And I can't. I just can't tell you what's happened here. You see
No.
Private Pile there. I think maybe what's happened is just as they've taken the cap weight, there just wasn't enough of them there. Hence why Peekaboo was just sitting waiting before moving out, and then unfortunately was taken out by McFucking, which sort of staved off the progress. But
Ooh, but you can see Legion X still having that presence there. Thor's Magnus' squad and Bullseye squad seem to have their OP behind enemy lines, which means they now get a huge chunk of infantry into the field.
Yeah.
And indeed, right now we're watching bottom right of your screen, Terry Lee, Twilight. They're still pretty active in that urban area, which should give them sightlines into that chapel area. So it should be
the only thing
even
it doesn't
fight.
do is it doesn't give them any cap weight here at the moment. They really need to get at least a body or two in the strong point. We see Silky's coming up here, rocket into the church. Silky just needs to get inside that strong point.
Flares coming out.
Oh, here comes the bombing run of Xander.
That is a good bombing run. Because I don't think that the Black Knights have had time to actually get up a garrison as strategically as they did the last one.
Yeah.
I think they don't have a lot of spawn power within that chapel area, so Legion X should really be pushing their advantage right now. You can see squads coming in from the south there, Sheepdog, Cheesy, Gabagool, but they have a long way to run towards that chapel, so their OPs must be very conservative. But somehow Legion X also can't seem to get the numbers into that point.
Yeah, and that's they all seem to be concentrated in that little section. I do see Peekaboo, Ermaluk, and Private Pal, along with Bullseye, all coming back into the so I just don't think the defense squad was able just to get up quick enough, to sort of set up a good defense of holding that point. We do have the extra numbers here back now in defense, but then again, if you look at this, this sort of mid squad of BKG, they're just trying to push out east again, west. But they haven't taken control of the church, and as you can see, we have Viking, U-Boz there to the left of your screen, Chris North, Jude Overlord, Crafty Post, what?
Yeah, Bishix just spawned.
Oh, Jude Overlord, good man.
Good. They must have taken out that.
And there's a set of supplies just dropped, and there was a set of something dropped over here too. No, okay, it must have just been that one then. I see the bug of handsomeness coming back up, the sex bug.
And it looks like the Black Knights are kind of changing their strategy as well, because in the top right of your screen you can actually see somebody who's not Sasquatch actually running into it. Sheepdog, Sheepdog squad running towards the offense as well. Maybe the Knights have realized that just holding on to that point will get them in trouble eventually. So it looks like the Knights are definitely putting up an offense on the next point as well.
Yeah, they started to mount some sort of an attack. They should start getting a bit of cap weight here, I believe, though, very shortly. Peekaboo.
They should. Peekaboo is on his own. The rest of his squad is still on the trenches somehow. Alien Pervert, Xander being the commander, obviously, but being very far away. Pile, Twilight to the left of the point in your screen right now. It's the point's right open. Where's the defense? Where is Legion X's defense here?
No, that's the thing, is the defense seems to have just...
Yep, Charlie, get back to...
Yeah, oh, and they're on the garrison.
Oh, this is big trouble for Legion X. You can see the Black Knights coming in with, nearly 2 squads and a recon squad into Legrand Creek. They've taken control of that point. I think they've lost it.
Trying to work out... Oh, here we are. There's the garrison there, sorry, my apologies. Yeah, so... Crunch is on it. That garrison is down. Dear Legion X really need to... They really need to get the finger out here.
Yeah, their response seems to be a little too late. I mean,
Creek.
there's so much control into that point, and still the offensive squads have not been able to take Chapel so far. What would you do in this situation, Easy?
Well, that's a personally in this current position. I'm just going to take a little look across here. Oh yeah, they've got full control of that northern section. So what I'd be doing here this at this particular stage, and as you see here, Crafty, just call all squads back to defend, and let's get control of the strong point, because that's where they are. Just similar to what the Paradox had done whenever we were trying to take Chapel off them. Sort of, they just came from the back and they just encircled the strong point, move everybody in, and then start spreading back out again. You know, clear out the whole area and then move back out, knowing that you're sort of going to have some sort of safety, pushing back out then, and then try and mount your attack again. But at the very present moment in time, they need to take control of. They are getting a bit of cap weight back here. They're starting to defend, but they do really need to start controlling sort of key areas of the map. And once again, like you say, those sight lines, these areas where they're going to be running from, you know, sort of in tight corners where there's bushes and trees to hide them, little walls they can run along the edges of, little bumps and berms between the fields. That's the sort of the lines that they need to be looking at. We see Xander. I tell you what, we're just going to Xander the commander. Let's go to Xander camp. Xander camp.
Into the fray there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I totally agree with what you said. Like, at some point, you do need to huddle up and save that point if it's still possible. Although I am also a big fan of, you know, flanking out immediately, because, you know, you can keep fighting them, but if you can keep facing them head on, you're not going to win that fight. You have to take out their spawn points, because the more time you give them, Xander on his own.
Yep, and he took down an OP. A worthy death.
As I was talking about taking down the spawn points, Xander the commander actually took down one of their, I think, crucial OPs, but Malarkey is still up though, and he is squad leader. Xander is being taken down.
Oh!
And so is Malarkey. There is some tank coverage coming up there, I think.
Where was... Hello?
Or was it artillery?
That was the... Oh, yes.
There is a tank.
Where's Chris North? Ah, left. Let's go. Yeah, I think that had to be Chris. There was nobody else there. That had to be Chris North.
Absolutely.
With an absolutely fantastic shot. So yeah, big moment from Xander there. Really, you know, that'll really take the pressure off Legion. What?
Oh, as we talk about that, as the defensive squads is holding with help of the commander and a little tank support there, we do see another offense. Edric's squad, I don't think has moved in the last, 30 minutes? I think their OP has been behind enemy lines and has stayed there. I don't think they've been able to snitch them out, and just keeps pushing pressure on that, you know, southern area and on the church itself, and they seem to be having success again.
At all times, yeah, they've always been quite effective. They just haven't seemed to have that little, you know, just that little extra sort of push that they need to get them just over the line again, holding the whole thing. I do see Ermaluk heading up to Gabagool. Ermaluk gets fucked like King Dragon or Young, one of the two. I see Vikings also down, more than likely from, yeah, in a prime position there to drop a supply box. And, oh, yeah, firing. Sulky Dog with that MG. Sulky's in a perfect place to sort of prevent any push along that row.
It's been a back and forth of those two little urban areas, north and south of the actual chapel. It's been a back and forth. One has been in the hands of Legion X, then it flipped around, then it flipped back. But you will have to give credit to the Black Knights. Like, there is no stake for them right now. Like, I really appreciate how they try, like, different strategies to actually push around the creek, take it from Legion X's hand. But as they were doing that, they have been holding on to the chapel so far. Yes, they have lost it, but the amount of time it took for them to take it back, you have to respect that. They kept Legion X on their bay, and like you said in the beginning, 3-2 is a win for them. So good on them for just keeping what they have and then trying different ways of getting into Creek. I really appreciate that.
And that's the thing, yeah. One thing is their defense again has been really outstanding. Anytime that Legion X sort of got any sort of presence in there, they've always had the right amount of people just there to sort of control once again into the strong point and then push out again. But we do see a big heavy push coming from.
The attack.
The thing is, if the guys at Legion X are able just to hold off this little push contested.
If you can scroll back just real quick, I think I counted 4 squad leaders in that little push towards Grand. Yeah, we can see Croston, Sergeant Satchel, Sheepdog, and I think there's another one over there somewhere.
Yeah, so we've got Sergeant Malarkey as well.
Yep. That is 4 squads that are now actually actively attacking the point. I think Black Knights have had enough. I think they really want more right now. I hope they're not getting too greedy, but 4 squad leaders, I don't think the defensive squad will hold. I hope that Legion X will spot this early and realize that there's a lot of offense coming their way, so they can respond the way they did.
Well, that's the thing, is they need to start identifying it now. It's maybe getting a bit too late almost, I think, just with the amount of numbers that they have there.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We see, though, there has been a bit of contesting here, because they are 4, 5, 6 for 2 at the moment.
Yeah.
In the sort of the soft area, the soft cap area of Chapel.
6 on my ping, moving towards Legrand.
And we are getting cap weight. So here we see. Now I just
pulling
want to point
away
out,
towards squad leader.
Gabagool,
Yeah, go ahead.
or sorry, Edric, his first game I think with Legion X was against the 19th Engineer Battalion, and that was the night that we realised that Edric really was something special. Ah, Brynjar, what a great game! Yes, it has been a great game thus far. Up to 15 minutes ago as well. This current next 15 minutes you're about to see has been fantastic too. But yes, welcome.
Easy, real quick. Can you zoom out a little bit so we can see both points? Because I can now, both points are actually flickering. There's a very interesting battle going on here.
Yes.
Because the Knights have actually pulled 4 squad leaders away from the defense of Chapel, I think that Legion X has spotted this, so they're now pushing into Chapel hard. But the Black Knights are putting pressure on Legrand Creek, so I'm not sure if Private Pal and his defensive squad can actually hold this in time. But currently, actually, the Chapel weight is going towards Legion X, and they are in front.
I do want to
Barely any weight coming in for Legrand Creek. Go ahead, Easy.
I do want to. I want to interrupt you though, just and I do respectfully. Like, if you look at the way that Legion X have got, they're actually in behind this squad here that's in the north. So, but they've also got the middle. They've got people pushing down. They control the main area, you know, of Chapel, where you're going to get most of your cap weight. Now they have put people outside of the cap zone. They need to slow that down a little bit. They don't want to get too far ahead of themselves.
Exactly. I hope.
But the cap weight is coming in, and it is coming in thick and fast. Cape Austin, Hanson Bug, both spawning in, so they are starting to come back at this stage now. Yeah, sorry, these guys here just need to stop this attack they're doing, and they need to focus on the defense, because there is nothing further for them to do at this time.
Yep. And I was about to say, I hope Thor's Magnus isn't being too greedy right now by sending both his recon and his own squad up already for the next point, but as it looks now, and as I say that, the point is being flickering again. They're losing cap weight again. Oh, it's so close.
There was a straight, I don't know, it was a strafing run or a bombing run, or sorry, a precision strike there, but there was somebody died. Could have potentially been a satchel as well.
Thor's Magnus is responding by retreating. They see that it's still an even race around that chapel, and as we say that, even more cap weight for the Black Knights is coming in Legrand Creek as well. This is a absolute. Oh, it's exciting.
Yes, and the thing is, this tank now being in the point, like, why are we not? How? Yeah.
We need to take Chapel, or we've got to lose Creek.
Yeah, that's as Xander calls it out there. We need to take Chapel, or we're going to lose Legrand Creek. That should be it now. This point is Legion X's.
Yeah.
This point is Legion X's to lose. Oh, they just lost 2 people there. I don't know whether that was maybe an artillery or a satchel.
Is that tank friendly? I don't think that tank's friendly. But there's 2 tanks.
Oh yes, there is 2 tanks. Sorry. Oh.
That's an recon.
That tank is just. That tank is. It should be. It should be in bad shape. Windy come jumps out.
Who is jumping out? But
fire.
Surrounded on
fire.
Every side.
Fire. Come on. Oh what? Ricochet. Fire.
Ben is also there. Ben is also
fire.
there. His rockets to
fire.
Maybe. Oh, it's
fire.
Can Ben get a rocket?
Fire. Yes. Oh.
And as the tank goes down, the chapel has actually flipped in favor of Legion X. And you can see Thor's Magnus is pushing his squad up once again. Xander being there right in the middle of the action. But as you can see, all the Black Knights are prepared for this. They are completely spawning into their defensive point and immediately are putting cap weight up on the chapel. Again,
have
they just
Windy come
can't
there and it just
seem to secure it.
goes down. Windy come just a good move from him. He is a tank crew, but he came straight. He was live, so he just went straight for the strong point, and that's a sign of a really good player. He just knows that he identifies that he can add more cap weight, or help the team out better by running to the strong point, even as a tank crew, and adding that little bit of cap pressure, rather than escape and redeploy.
I agree. You can see Boston being currently the only squad lead even near the chapel. I really hope Legion X now gets to push forward and actually secure that area. I do see supplies coming down right in front of your screen right there. I have seen supplies go down before. Let's hope they can actually get a secure garrison up and actually take control of that point. All the while, Black Knights are reconverging and are...
Take down the
And that's the thing, look at them coming in numbers. We really need tank support, if anything, here. Even if it was just sort of like, they should know now that people are going to push up that little river. That is a given. If they can almost just artillery.
Oh, there's a
There goes a
bombing
run.
Backline into the backline. Oh, is that enough to actually take them down? I see one squad leader going down, but Gabagool is surviving.
Cap weight.
There is cap weight.
Oh no, it was contested. Ben goes down. So that's the thing, is these 4 guys from Legion X here at the bottom of our screen now need to get in. McFuckin's in the back though.
Okay,
Hendricks identified that.
there as well.
Got a man, Vikings in the church. I see Nightdale and Crafty Polishman just to the left of your screen there. They're pushing back down. So now, if anything, if I was Crafty here, I'd be going along here, by this sort of tree here, and just, find a little bit of cover there. Very well done, very well put back together. K Boston and Xander close by each other.
Giving out calls, throwing some nades. Xander probably not seeing him, looking at the map for that sick bomb run he just did.
Did you hear,
Boston's in the middle of enemy territory here, but if he can get his cheeky OP down, that might actually change the game.
There's just
for
a
them.
call there. Garrison destroyed in Hill 5. Sorry to interrupt you there. There was cap weight.
Yep, I can see it coming in.
Viking is inside the church. K Boston just in the corner, doing the right thing, staying alive. Cap weight contested. Contested again. Arnie with 2 kills on Thorus Magnus. I think that's an OP down.
Possibly.
Yeah.
The way I see it, this is the fight that Legion X wants. I mean, it's been messy so far. In the last, 10 minutes, messy. It's been crazy. I think the Black Knights made a little bit of a miscalculation there by overextending towards the attack on Creek. And Legion X has made an advantage out of that. And now they're just fighting messy. But it seems to be throwing a wrench into the Black Knights' plan of, going up that road, bunching up, organized offensive. I think if Legion X can keep this up and keep, dirty fighting them, I think they might have a good chance actually taking Hill 5 as well. What do you think, Easy?
That's the thing is, I agree 100%. The only thing that's concerning me at the moment is just with only a handful of people, the Black Knights are able to sort of just pick people off in the strong point and sort of add a little bit of contest in there. They're not really taking much in the way of cap weight, but if they keep grinding away, they are going to eventually sort of push Legion X out. We did see a bit of cap weight. Doc Hobo just takes a man down there at Hill 5. But we do see this big movement in the south. But very well spotted by Bullseye. He's obviously come in from the south of them.
Yeah, and here you can see that Legion X has been spreading their OPs wide and beyond the enemy lines for the entire match, but this is the first time I can actually see it paying off for them. Their consistent pushing out of those different corners, that consistent creation of crossfire has really benefited them now. And not even 5 minutes ago, we were looking at around the creek and Chapel, and now we're looking at Hill 5 and Chapel, and this match has completely shifted right now.
The thing is, I know Xander obviously is the commander here, but there was people there just, and I don't think he would have heard them, because I know Xander's quite he's a really strong player, but I think he's focusing on the map, and he's just maybe missed the people sort of stepping about here to his left. But we do have, look at that, they're just surrounding the church. They've got enough people in there to start a bit of cap weight. We do need to start getting people back in here though. It's only 3. Terry Lee against K Boston. Going to hear him. Terry Lee's bound to hear him.
Yeah, you can see Edrich, you can see
Terry
McCraft,
Lee.
Forrest all pushing up. I don't know if they have given the defense squad and Private Pile enough time to actually, secure that chapel again, because there's just 3 guys of Black Knights just walking into that chapel, putting on that cap weight.
And that's the thing, is where has the defensive squad? Oh, there we go. So we have Private Pal moving back, and the thing is, we have a bit of, they have them sort of half surrounded here in the south. They should just move in, just nice and gentle. There's Xander going as well to provide that extra little bit of cap weight.
That's the point, right? I've been discussing this with Private Pile in the beginning of the match as well. Like those earlier points, like around the creek and even the points further back, they're relatively easy to defend with little men because you have so many sidelines. But the church area, the chapel area, has way more cover, way more small urban areas, and it's easier to just get one squad leader around, put down an OP, and just sneak in there. I think Legion X is making a small mistake into not committing enough people on defense right now. And maybe they can take a page out of the Black Knight's book where it's just like, hey, it's 3-2 now. Let's not push our advantage too much. Let's make sure we are secure in the chapel and the surrounding urban areas, and then look for an opportunity to attack. Because, I mean, say of them what you will, but the Black Knights have held that point for almost an hour.
Yeah, they've held that. They've held it really, really well for the best part of an hour, and they're just
No visual.
Legion X. Just again here, like we've just seen more people going or taking them down. Like we really need a. If anything, if we could get a reinforcing this, it might not be so bad. But we need bodies back here now defending. No matter, because we're halfway over in the cap weight, and still in favour of. And as you see here.
We are seeing another cap race going on, though, because there is enough pressure on Hill 500 right now to actually put on a lot of cap air as well. So this is going to be a tight one. I'm not sure what the teams are thinking right now, whether to commit on offense or defense, but either team has to choose one, because this cap race is very, very tight. It seems to be in favor of the Black Knights right now on Chapel, because it's going a little bit faster there. So Private Pie really has to get his men in there to provide at least a little bit of defense, just to give his offensive squads enough time to actually capture the next point. But are they going to be able to do that? Because they have control of that Chapel again. Easy.
Yeah, and that's the thing, Pile's got in there, and they do have a reinforce on, but it's just not enough people there, and they are going to lose. They are definitely going to lose this point.
Oh, it's so close.
Yeah.
Be prepared to push back, guys. We're going to lose Chapel. We're going to lose.
And the point flips.
But now the thing is, how are we forget? Oh, we've only got 2 garrisons here. We need another garrison in the south. You see Beaver. Beaver's making a beeline here for LeGrand Creek.
Yeah, but Bullseye's there to defend as well. It's really going to be up to the defensive squads of Legion X now to really get that defense setting on well before the attacking squads. Oh, he's being pulled back.
Yeah, we have an OP there. He's just going around. He's going to go and look for Alien Pervert.
My map control squad's
actually, no, very good. I just noticed that he was running back. And I think they're just obviously setting up to get set up around the point. And now the thing is, Legion X have been sort of caught with their trousers down here because we're missing a garrison here. And there we're going to have another garrison here to try and sort of help hold the point. Which I tell you, it's a little bit disappointing though that, like, once again 3 people from BKG were just able to walk into that church, and that's whenever they started to turn this match on, in favor of themselves here, which is credit where credit's due. It was really, really good. And like the thing is, though, they took that point with, let's be honest, 3 people initially.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't have been that way. It should have been a case where Legion X were able just to take those 3 people, push them out of the point, and then work their way back across. Because now as you see, Sheepdog, Beaver, Crunchwrap have all started pushing LeGrand Creek again.
Absolutely.
And they are within a stone throw of the point here.
No, I agree. I think it's a collaboration between the two. Like, I think again, there's a huge difference in points like around the creek and points like the chapel, right? Even though they're that close, it's a huge difference in fighting style. And I think what Legion X has committed to defense in terms of numbers has been quite adequate to defend a point like Legrand Creek, which they've shown they've done excellent. But as soon as the chapel was taken, one, the defense just didn't have enough time to really set up there, because you can already see like Magnus already going up with his squad, and then the recon squad's already going up for the offense, and you just saw that Private and his squad were just not in time to really settle down in that chapel. And again, it's a different area, more sneaky corners. One person can actually get a huge kill streak in just in those urban areas because you don't see them coming. And I think Legion X should decide to actually commit more on the defense if they manage to take the chapel again. What do you think?
Yeah, I would say if they do take, I think they maybe got a little bit greedy. If they do take the chapel again, I think it's just going to be a case of, you know, get everybody piled into it,
From the north.
spread out, and just hold the point without you know, without sacrificing what, you know, once again, like we say, 3-2 is just as much a win as a 4-1 or a 5-0. Take the point, hold it, and then just wait it out. I know, like, in terms of defending, we're sitting here now, 28 minutes remaining in this match. 28 minutes may seem like, you know, if they take the point now, 26 minutes, they've then, you know, 26 minutes may seem like a long time defending, but if you defend well, you know, that clock will eventually reach 0, and it will be a 3-2 for Legion X. But at this present moment in time, we do see BKG sort of mounting half an attack, sort of moving more so in the north section of Legrand Creek. And wow,
Good rocket
from Jude Overlord. Yes, out of the blue. But that's the thing is, once again, they need to start controlling these particular areas of the map, you know, where they're going to put them little corners and stuff, where they're putting their OPs and their garrisons and stuff. That's where they need to be focusing on now, Legion X, and just working them back slowly but surely, one step at another, because we could go back to another cap race
Point open.
and lose the point again.
I mean, it's a huge risk to take. I mean, the chaotic strategy has been working in Legion X's favor so far, but you know, to my point, you can see right now, like, there's relatively little Legion X people in the point right now, but they keep off, like, what, 3-4 squads? They have done so, what, 10-15 minutes ago. La Grande Creek is a very defensible point when you have low numbers, simply because of the sidelines. But I totally agree with you. They have to turn that into an advantage and actually start pushing this relatively exaggerated push from Black Knights back to the chapel, and really go mile for mile with them.
And that's it, yeah. With the wide open spaces heading into Legrand Creek, it should realistically be able to be easily defended, where you can maybe send an extra person forward, you know, maybe from the defense squad, because it is so open that they have a lot of ground to actually cover before they get to the point, and the fact that they're actually contesting the point just shows the ability of the BKG guys.
Absolutely. I mean, they are committing to this attack now. I think the Knights have had enough, and they're like, okay, we're not going to let this happen again. We're not going to just sit on our money right now and hope for the best, because Legion X is a very worthy team. So now they're just pouring into that point, and again, it just seems like Legion X has a bit of trouble sort of mounting that stable defense, like creating that line, really creating sort of a hunkered down area for themselves. They are moving, and they are moving chaotically, and it worked out for them very well in the attack of Chapel, but right now they are losing the point, and McFucking and his boys are really just holding on to the strong point.
And that's saying, we hear an enemy ahead being called out, but I don't know, has a mark been put up for it?
I do not know, yeah.
Let's just take a little look here, because I know we've been sitting here for a moment just watching the aerial view.
Yeah. Giving the viewers our wisdom.
Yes, well that's it. All the insight. You know.
Absolutely.
Those who do, and those who can't cast. Yes. No, all joking aside, but that is airhead.
That is dropping straight on the point.
Like that is
a risky airhead, but I love it.
That is bold. That is a very... Oh, there's the artillery.
But that's
Private Pile comes up against E-Rock. Nope, they just pass each other. That's okay, just ships in the night.
Yeah, they've
Rockets?
seen it land. They know it's there, obviously.
Yeah. That's the thing. A blind man on a galloping horse could see that.
Absolutely. Oh. something blew up. I'm not sure what it was.
I think that's the thing is, I think maybe Blue's artillery strike hit it, which
Well,
probably
that
took
was
it out.
definitely Vigo. I think there was a tank standing right behind that bush somewhere, but
Oh, yes, well, let's
because
just...
the cap weight is actually slowing down, so whatever Pyle did there, maybe it was a satchel charge or something, whatever Pyle and his men did there, it worked.
Yeah, and that's the thing, it's... Yeah,
It's.
it's...
I get shot from behind me.
Xander got shot from behind. Oh, they do have... They still, he says the thing, they've managed to push Legion X now to the opposite side of the strong point. Legion X do have more people there. Bearing in mind that we do have very short distance to go from
Assembling your
sort of the E column to the strong point.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing, I think. Yeah, let's just move up here. I see Crafty in the map control team are just north of the point. Viking and Edric. Oh, Viking and Edric, they've moved to the northern section now, as opposed to the southern. But a very good. I tell you what. Oh shit. My apologies. All the bad stuff.
I mean, it is the right play, right? Edric's squad has been doing very well so far, constantly keeping those OPs behind enemy lines or in other awkward positions. But also Edric has to start realizing time is running short on them, and they cannot really spend that much time on long flanks or long campaigns around the map. They have to be a consistent effort on that chapel now if they want to have a chance of winning.
They need to maintain the pressure, yeah, and that's the thing is
Absolutely.
going on a long flank is all fine and well with maybe 40 minutes to go, maybe even 30 minutes to go. We are starting to get contested. As we see, there's a big, but they've held it again. We have Snopia and Ermaluk in the back area.
Absolutely. Did Doris Magnus
was
squad
there?
again.
Did something go down behind? No, there's no airhead or nothing. No, it was just. Yeah.
A few good OPs again.
We are okay.
Oh, Irma kills Windy.
Nice.
We need that.
There's a tank there.
Yeah, that tank needs to be taken out, but we are going to get more people into the strong point here. Oh, they know that Snoopy is there. They're not happy about it.
Even the recon squads are joining in on the attack now. I love to see it.
We need to get.
Defense should be good. I just got 2 OPs.
Oh, 2 OPs by Jord. Good start. But the only thing is, where are they going to go once they've no OP? They're just going to go to the garrison that's close to Chapel, or maybe in this northern section around where King Darrigan is, not King Dragon. Sorry, I mispronounced his name earlier. Church is clear. There should be cap weight coming shortly in Legion X's favour.
Oh,
the Wolfman goes inside,
in
shoots somebody. What? Thor's?
Oh! We gotta have a tea party again?
Thor's!
But that's not your
guy! Fuck me!
That's not your guy!
Oh my god!
He's gonna hate the fact that we recorded that.
Oh, and that was full 1080p HD for the people at home. That was... Fuck.
Well, please sign up for Legion X. We're pros.
Yes, if anybody has a free or an appointment that they can't make next week at Specsavers, do let Thor's know. But really good from Snopia. Snopia called it out. He's right behind you, and he was literally like, right.
Oh, that was brilliant. That was brilliant.
Now the thing is, we've got 2 squad leads here. OP. Nah, it's... See, that's the thing, they're going to know now, and once again, BKG's is going to mount this defense again. They're going to push everybody back in.
Over and over again. Like, it almost seems fair to say that the Knights currently just have sort of the better initiative. Like, if they want to take a point, they take it. But what makes Legion X such a formidable opponent for them is that Legion X just moves around very quickly. Their area control is very good. And I think that's what's keeping this battle so interesting, that I think technically the Knights are better at just securing a point or an area if they want to, just out shooting Legion X. But Legion X is just like fucking rats in a sewer, just moving around, taking different spots, coming from a different direction again. Although now it does seem again like the Knights are mounting an offensive on Le Grande Creek. They're not sitting still. They're not just taking their win on the Chapel. They are continuously bombarding them on Le Grande Creek, and some cap pressure is coming in from the Knights again.
And there was a bit of cap pressure at Chapel. We're just going to run across here, and it was put to bed very quickly. Yeah, so they do need. You see, and this is the thing. Once again, we're gonna go back. I'm gonna go back to what I said before. I don't know if a garrison maybe was put up down here, but
if you just move 20 meters to the left, you're in the hard cap of
you know,
or in the
where was like where's the southern garrison here?
What is back? Yeah.
To even act as a marker.
Yep.
And I can't give an answer as to why we don't have an extra garrison in that southern section.
And we're just looking at another freaking cap race again. They keep this match interesting for sure. Little less than 20 minutes on the clock. We're seeing Le Creek being taken by the Black Knights, but Legion X firmly holding on, taking cap weight on the chapel once again. It has been an absolute nail biter so far. I'm super excited about this match. What do you think?
No, it is gonna go right down to the wire, I think. But the thing is, there's no cap weight now at the chapel, and they need to get a hold of this strong point again. Pyle's just gone down. 1200's just taking him down there. I think Twilight's gonna maybe suffer the same fate. 1200's really good with that sniper rifle, really effective. And the thing is, as we are wide open here at the back, absolutely wide open. There's not a single garrison there to fall back to Samurai approach. But now I know that obviously, yeah, and this is the thing. Like they're just not.
They have.
Like this is the thing. Nobody is reacting to this. Like why? Oh, defending.
Yep, cap weight is coming back. Legion X with the skin of their teeth.
Hell, yeah.
Defend the point again. I mean, they're not out of the woods yet. Sheepdog squad is still in there, and they've got McFuffin's squad in there as well. Sasquatch has just spawned in his own OP, but now that's it. Now there's a big chunk of people just coming in, bum rushing that point. I mean, just running in there will probably take care of 2 OPs. So now they just have to keep on the pressure. Is that our tank?
That is a tiger. Yep, that is a Yes, that is a friendly tank.
That is a friendly tank. Okay, just driving into the point, and again, the point is being regained.
Yeah, and that's the thing. The thing is, was Legion X once again nearly caught out.
As a sad box of allied supplies come into the point, Legion X actually manages on the skin of their teeth to take it back.
And their Viking takes down 1200. Once again, that took far too long to actually be achieved. For them to start taking the point again. I see the tank moving out again. I believe that is the tank of Alexander, the tank commander. But we see still again more people in the north. They really need to answer to this. I see. Where's Crafty? Shababe? Like Edric coming in around the back again. 16 minutes remaining. I think what we need to do now is maybe just hold a few more people extra on defense, control from outside the strong point, but we really need to mount something big here into Le Grand Creek. Or sorry, correction, the chapel. Yeah.
Yep. And I'd like to point out once again, the Knights have no stake in this. Yes, it would have been nice for them to take that point and sort of secure this match, but at the very least, what they have done is stolen a lot of time from Legion X to put pressure on that chapel. And as you can see, we've got a few squad leaders and a few men here and there hanging around that chapel area, but the main force of the offense is gone because a lot of them had to retreat to Le Grand Creek just to keep it. So 50 minutes is all that is left. The time keeps ticking, and Legion X needs to pull something out of their ass if they want to win this game.
To go E6.
Oh, Twilight, wait.
Pretty sure that's where their Gary is coming down the road.
1200.
2 big kills there. And this is the thing though, is like nobody's pushing out.
Thank you.
They're all, I think they have got a bit tunnel vision here. You know, that they're all fighting. They're trying to defend off one garrison, and you cannot defend off one garrison.
I agree.
But like this is again, and this is minimal numbers. They've only got one person in the strong point near Jord there. I noticed Jord and the map control team have come back to help defend here.
But as you can see, like the Knights also have a squad into the north, so it's very well, if you can zoom in a little bit, Malarkey's squad might be able to actually crossfire both Jord and Private Pyle's squad as they come into that hard point. So now the long ranges and sidelines are actually starting to work in their disadvantage, because now the enemy actually has them surrounded somewhat. You see that OP is in line of sight of Malarkey to the left of your screen, so they should be able to pick them off from that direction, Knights that is. it's going to be hard for them to defend this and mount an offense on the chapel.
But this is
I
the thing
think-
is,
Stay in the trench.
Go ahead.
this OP's this garrison's hot.
Tourists, stay in the trench. Stay in the trench.
Come on. But look at this, Sergeant Malarkey's going for the
Yeah, Malarkey's
garrison.
spotted.
Garrison
The
locked,
second IT kill.
Yeah. And there's nobody there to
and
respond.
nobody's reacting to this.
I think artillery's starting to put
Gone.
that smoke
And
now.
here goes the OP. There's the OP as well.
Yeah,
we are getting-
that might actually. We're getting into Hail Mary territory for the Legion,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, and that's the thing is that they're just not reacting quick enough. Peekaboo is way up there, yes, but oh my god,
Copy. End of the minute.
contested. But we are capping
Pressure,
at
yeah.
chapel.
I got
Shit.
five.
Absolutely.
And like, this is the thing. Jord was there, Malarkey was there, Pika's here.
Wait, guys.
I can't get
But
this guy out.
this is just
They know where I am.
a test case for how to crossfire. You can saw Malarkey
Mhm.
squad up in north. We've seen them do it in the chapel area as well. Just take those corners, take those distances so you can shoot at your enemy from two sides. I can't really fault Legion X's defense on this. They have held out for most of the match on that point. But as soon as some extra pressure from the Knights was put on them and they got one of the two flanks in a sideline into the point, it is so hard to defend, especially with the amount of men they have available to them. I can't really fault them for that. However, the offensive squads, again, they haven't been able to really put in a dent, even though their OPs have been surrounding that chapel for a long, long time.
This is the thing though, if you look now, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but
No
they
problem.
did start defending the chapel. And now we are really in cap race. I mean, like literally, it is
Oh
a
my
ball
lord.
here between the two of them.
12 minutes on the clock, 2 points on 50%.
No,
This
you're
is
not in the-
incredible. I think these two teams,
Outside of the
very different in style, but are very, very much matched up to each other.
Yeah, we need something here in this strong point. Yeah, and this is the thing. If I did have any critique, like nobody reacted to this garrison and OP going down
Yeah,
here.
shells already.
Mm.
There is shells coming in on Legrand Creek. Let's just go in for the nosy.
We can get some blood and gore to finish this matchup.
Yeah, it's the recon plane gone over. There's the artillery. Oh. Pika and Alien
it's
Pervert both
just
go down.
2 or 3 clicks away. I think this is going to be the end of the
Yeah,
line for
that's-
Legion
I
X, at
think-
least
yeah.
when it comes to Turk.
Let's take a look
One more
here
click.
and now look at this.
The point is flipped. Yes.
And there's 1200.
Immediately going forward. 11 minutes on the clock still. I think this is pretty much lost for Legion X. But it's
Oh,
held
shit.
loose. Never say never.
Oh no, that's it. And now if we look here, yeah, he's in the strong point. They are starting to take Capway back though, at Legrand Creek. So that's the thing is, once again, like we say, it's not over till it's over.
Absolutely
We
not.
got
It takes
the
3
heavy
minutes to cap,
keys
which
here.
means they could
Response
technically
on
cap
wheels.
4 points still.
Trying to find the
But they
respawn.
need, see, they need to be taking out garrisons. They need to be taking out OPs. They need to be working their way out and around. Once again, let's see here. Still, one garrison. Fair enough, yes, we got an extra garrison down here, but that's neither here nor there. But we've got one garrison, and we're now trying to take this point with one garrison. As you can see, they're just pushing everybody up.
Bullseye do have
Yeah, there's
rounds
no
for
choice
each
but
chapel.
to, right?
Copy, copy.
Like we've got the tank in here,
Keep sending.
like fucking up on top of it. Just good job here by Alexander and his crew.
Just ignore my fucking right there. I mean, this
But
is
we are capping.
We are capping again. That is also a very significant thing. There has been, like, every time Legion X has managed to recapture Laguna Creek, has been with tank support. Yet every time the point has been recaptured, that tank has been driving forward again. I think that's also something to look for. Like, the tank apparently didn't have enough offensive pressure to actually take the chapel, yet it was absolutely significant in defending Cirque. So I think maybe a little bit of adapting would have helped them. But again, we can't hear the strategy. We don't know what they're chatting about. We just don't know what it's like, truly. We can just sit here and above and just shout at people, looking at the gods of the battlefield.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's always different when you're in the field itself.
Well, that's the thing is, I tell you what, I don't know how we are still getting cap weight here.
It
A
seems
lot of
curious,
cap weight,
doesn't it?
and I just want to say thank you very much to Staffy with the raid. Yes, Staffy raided with us a party of 15, so welcome to all the new raiders in 15 minutes time.
Welcome to the
yes,
stream.
So we are currently featuring here Black Knight Gaming versus LEGX. There's only 10 minutes left of this game. We are just hopefully going to take this point back. It started contested.
Something just got destroyed on the point. I think that is Alex's tank, Maximus.
Yeah, I think that was, yeah.
The bombing run is coming in. I think the tank was supplying most of the cap weight on that point.
Yeah, they were in the strong point itself, so I think that's the thing. LEGX just need to. And the thing is, those let's just circle them. There's still time to take this.
Yeah.
But we need to just stay alive, start circling them in, closing them down.
Yeah.
Ben goes down in the south.
It's one thing that the Knights have been doing very good. It's just going straight forward with a bunch of guys out shooting people, just taking areas. And LEGX so far has been trying to capitalize on that by flanking and trying to take the sidelines. But so far, I think the attrition war has definitely taken its toll on LEGX, and slowly but surely the Black Knights have been creeping up.
Once again, we're getting cap weight. I'm just seeing here now the tank of Captain Jimmy and Moyd and O'Dandy is here still.
Oh wow!
So now the thing, I just want to see here what's. Oh wow! Right, so we are ready. If we can get enough people in here, like
they have to, right? Oh, but look at that! A huge spawn wave. I think they put a garrison there somewhere.
They definitely have to have a garrison. Yeah. And that's the thing in Black Knight Gaming, they really need to hold on to this.
Huge shell.
Really need to hold on to this. And I tell you what, Captain Jimmy, fantastic tank commander, like just providing.
Oh my lord, that was
all
a great shell. Like it was a huge spawn wave, and then one shell later, it was only half of that. Cap weight is still coming in. This is still a fight.
Look at this, they're calling artillery on the garrison.
Absolutely, it's been marked. I saw it, so if they can take that garrison out. Oh, another huge spawn wave comes in.
Spawn wave, yeah.
No. Does the tank know that they're spawning there? Can he get another good?
Oh yeah, I think he knows. Just they need somebody to get around here to the south side and just take it out. Oh. And I say that like as if it's the easiest task, but it's not. Like this.
It is absolutely not. I mean, there's ATs walking in there. You don't know what's coming up in behind your back. The tank is taking a huge risk just being positioned there in the open, but he gets another fire shot off, takes out another almost entire wave. But it's got to be about 20 seconds before another.
Is that a garrison down? No.
Oh, I just missed, which means there's going to be a spawn wave in any second. There was another shell, and the
Crown survives.
Did get taken down, but it does take another spawn wave. He knows where it's
wait, what?
Now.
Yep, the
garrison
still survived.
Absolutely, but they did get another spawn wave. That garrison will go down any second. Meanwhile, cap weight is coming into the point of circ. I mean, this is still a fight.
Yep.
Can we look at the chapel? Can we see if
let's take a look at the where do we go? It's a casting dilemma. Oh,
I mean, they've given up. I mean,
and there's Snopia just sitting camping. Good man, Snopia. And there goes the garrison. And
we got in chapel. Just one for now, but there is
absolutely
nobody. Two people currently retreating from the Knights, knowing that, oh hey guys, we might be losing circ here, and they did. The point did actually flip, if I see it correctly.
Oh, half track
on the chapel just now, but even the commander of the Black Knights is coming.
Savage Duck knows. He knows
something's up. And look at the Black Knights, just full retreat. Yeah, they're choosing safety now. Like 5-6 minutes to go. They're like, we are not losing chapel to these guys, and surely so. Like, LEGX still has to put up their offense, but you can see Edric's squad, ever the fucking flanker, ever the fucking guy, already getting in there, and even Snopje, Lemon Jesus to the left of your screen, Thor's squad, because of course, is coming in to the left.
And the thing is, if you look at where all these other guys are running, they are not looking behind them. They are just running to the strong point, and they have people behind them. And what's going to happen is they're just going to push up through, they're going to take out spawn points. We do have, I think everybody's going to go back on this, everyone has to go back on this this half track in the middle of your screen here.
Absolutely.
Like there's like for BKG, this is their match now to lose. But Legion X really need to up the pressure.
Absolutely. And
Here comes
right
a precision strike. What?
Ooh, precision strike on the tank. They did mark something.
Oh no! Oh, it was too far away.
Enemy half track.
Lemon Jesus calls out the half track. Lemon Jesus is down.
And they're getting the knights are getting a bit picked off as they are trying to retreat to the chapel.
Yeah.
The tank, the Legion X tank is coming in. I've saw it on the top of your screen somewhere. The Black
Artillery
Knight
is going to be coming on that, I believe.
76 on the airhead.
I mean, if they still have a bombing run left, now's the time to throw it, right?
Don't mate, there's a 76 here camping it.
Oh, I tell you what, this is exciting.
It will take 3 minutes to cap, so they have round and about a minute to actually start putting up that cap pressure. They have to start moving.
That's they really need to, like that.
Just keep pushing that midpoint, guys.
That was a enemy recon went over. Says like U-Boss is here, Dr. Hobo's here. Like this is some of our finest. What? Both dead. This is some of our best shooters here. You know, like they would ideally be picking off at this guy, this half track. Oh, Ben with a rocket hits the half track.
Probably hit an OP, perhaps. There's another tank going on over there. Is that a friendly tank? Left of the screen.
Left of the screen is.
It's no longer a tank. Thank you very much.
It was a friendly. Yep. Oh, that's a shame. But here comes the artillery.
Yep, everyone to chapel.
Artillery striking down.
There's Xander calling it out. Just that there's nothing else here now at this stage. It's just it's get in there.
Seconds before they have to start getting their cap pressure in.
So I just want to correct. I believe it is 2 minutes for the cap.
2 minutes.
2 minutes for the cap. Yeah, but with the there goes the half track.
Oh, that's done.
Yep, here comes the Kubelwagen.
Oh my lord.
Oh, but he survived. And he survived it.
And he's taking out King Dragon.
Come on, Chris.
Oh, and he falls.
That was so worth it. That was so worth it.
That was absolutely worth it.
Oh my god.
I'm still 2 or 3 patches behind because I still thought it was 3 minutes. In that case, 30 seconds.
And
bombing run just
that's bombing run. Yep. Oh, there goes the commander.
Oh, but look at that Viking, Lemon Jesus, Snup, Hobo, Yort, all of them just running into the point. Thor's Magnus as well, but dies on the road as he gets there. They need to get the cap pressure in. Are they? Do they have enough?
Yeah. That's yes. Well, we have cap weight.
Is coming in. 2 minutes on the clock. 2 minutes 5 seconds, and the cap pressure is coming in from Legion X. Oh, the Knights are really starting to panic.
Oh no, they've got contesting.
Beaver, Wolfman, Robobug.
Take down Beaver. Take down Beaver.
Actually going to be taking away that precious cap pressure that Legion X fought so hard to win. It's flickering, but
no, I think that they managed to defend it enough there. I genuinely don't think we're going to get this.
I think so too, but the pressure is still building though. They are holding the chapel. This is going to be so close here. I believe you. I think it's not enough to have actually taken it, but if they can hold this position, at least we'll see.
Cheers, and I'm just seeing in the chat here, like we've got Brynjar with this battle over the Grand Creek is getting intense. Flower Magnus, insane match. The best is like they've 15 minutes ago. We've lived it. We've lived the dream here.
Wow.
But
this was a match for the ages. Unbelievable.
Oh my god. What a fight. What an absolute.
I'm almost sad there's no overtime in this format because I would have loved to see what happened.
See, that's the thing. I genuinely would love to see an overtime in warfare mode because, like,
absolutely.
Tank destroyed by Casey, but like that is going to be the GG.
I think so too.
Oh wow, like you can't take nothing away from either team there. You know that there was a lot of scrappy stuff. There was a lot of mistakes made.
Sanka! You're dead?
Sanka is very dead, yes, that is correct, Flower, thank you. But yeah, like, we just... Yeah, like, how...
Holy moly.
Like
and we predicted it, right? Most of the fighting is probably going to be around the middle, because both the hill as well as creek are relatively easily defendable with relatively little resources. And we got exactly what we asked for. That battle on the chapel was epic and just ongoing, back and forth.
And that's the thing, like I don't think you could ask for I don't think you could ask for a better man. Like, that was just phenomenal. That is the GG. We've got. Let me see here. Who's